All right, round two. Let's do this. How's this? Any better? Hey, Aurora. Hopefully better, because I don't know what else to do. I'm at a loss. Yeah, pretty much. I'll most likely delete the other one because it's choppy and hard to watch. Always phone problems. Every day of my life. I'm frustrated to the max. I got home and what I thought was going to be a quick job on my truck lasted a little longer than I anticipated. So I was working on my truck for like 3 hours, which is great. Is it still bad? If I shake you around like this, is it like stop motion animation? Okay, good. It kind of glitches every now and then on my screen, but overall it seems to be doing better. But yeah, I came home and decided I'd change a universal joint today, and I guess for the first time ever having done it, I was mostly successful, but it was not easy. See you, Mr. Krabs. Hey, Lynette. But I had every intention of doing this a little earlier tonight, and the weather was still nice outside when I got home, and I said, well, I'll just go ahead and knock this out. It won't take me long. Wrong. Hey. And I think the cat food can was left out on the counter, and Tabby has found it. I mean, it was empty, but well, things are always quicker if you've done them before, or if you have really good tools and all the stuff you need. I had to kind of improvise a little bit to get the old universal joint out, which a lot of people do it that way, but there are quicker methods. I thought maybe Wilson would come out, but I guess I'm going to have to go to him. Set my other phone right there. Hey, Clay Cat. Stella has not come out either. I'm not sure where she is. Not in there. I guess they're both in here. Oh, where is Stella? Oh, Stella is in there. But there's Wilson. You're okay, Wilson. You can come out. Yeah, it hasn't made it this way yet. We're holding out hope that as it gets later and cooler outside that we'll miss some of that. That is our hope. Wilson. We're gonna try. He does. No blockage, but he's a little skittish because he probably thinks I'm gonna put him in a carrier and take him back to the vet. Stella is okay. She's just hiding out in the cube over there. Yeah, we got to give him the special food that we give our cat Murray, who was plagued with urinary tract problems for a while until we got him on that stuff. But I'm supposed to feed him that for a week. And then take him back next Monday. Next Monday at 8 o'clock, I will take him back and get him rechecked. Because they couldn't even get a urine sample from him this morning. His bladder was just totally empty. So every time a drop of urine got into his bladder, he thought he had to go to the bathroom and he would hit the litter box. And I hear Tabby out there, like always. Wilson. Move stuff over here to be able to even see Wilson and Stella. I don't think Wilson wants to be seen. What are you doing, Stella? Or Zelda, I mean. Yeah, we're always fearful of that. Hey, Wilson. He's like, no, I don't trust you anymore. Hey, Zelda. Yeah, if we could find a brand that had better ingredients in it, I wouldn't be opposed to feeding. Uh-oh. I think we just froze. Well, if you can hear me, I'm going to have to restart the YouTube app because this phone is stupid and I hate it and I want to break it. Alright, let me restart the app. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back and functioning for now. But anyway, what I was saying is our cat Murray is on the urinary SO and it's the Royal Canin brand. It's not the best of ingredients. We've been kind of food snobs, which I'm sure I've told you guys before. Kind of selective about what we feed them. We try to give them grain-free stuff with no wheat gluten and all that. It just was not an option for Murray. Wilson, where did you run off to now? Oh, you're back over there in your little tunnel, huh? Wilson, you're okay, bud. Well, I understand that it gets expensive and some people can't afford it, and I don't judge people for feeding their cat Friskies or whatever. As long as the cat's taken care of and vetted and whatever, that's fine. Do what you have to do, as long as it's loved and taken care of. It gets all yellow when I look that way. I don't know, maybe the computer screen that does that to it. Hey, Wilson. Wilson. Yeah, he's on high alert since this morning. He doesn't want another repeat of that. I'm sure he'll be back to normal tomorrow, and then we got to do it to him again next Monday. Hey, Wilson. You good, buddy? We're not going to snatch you up and take you anywhere, I promise. But I watched him on the stream throughout the day, and I didn't see him Yeah, I didn't see him go into the litter box over and over and over during the day. So, but yeah, Zelda especially hates the carrier. She behaves the best when we've taken her or taken any of them to PetSmart, but she hates the carrier and the car ride. Stella, you gonna come out? Hey, Wilson. Hey, Wilson. And they weighed Wilson today. I wouldn't have guessed it. He weighs 10 pounds. Come on out, Wilson. You're fine. Everything's cool. So as I was saying about my truck, apologies for this being late again. I just wanted to take advantage of the nice weather this afternoon while I had it. I got home early enough to get started on that truck stuff, and I don't know if it's fixed or not. We'll see. I didn't hear the same noise when I drove it tonight after I put everything back together. Hanky. Hanky. There you go, Wilson. You're good. I wish we had a playroom. This is pretty much our playroom for these guys, but it's where they live. We just haven't let them out to run the whole house with our other cats. We've got too many other cats in our house as it is, and we don't need four more running around. Tabby, come on. He gets so determined to be in here. Yeah, he does. I just don't want to stress Wilson out anymore. Otherwise, I would. Give Wilson a day or so to recuperate from his traumatic morning. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Watch out, guys. Sorry about that. Summoned by screaming from the bathroom while somebody's in the bathtub. Hey, Wilson. You don't have to go and hide. I'm not going to do anything to you. Hey. Come here. No. Please don't chew. No, Hank. Please don't chew on that. You do not need a battery. Yeah, he does not give up. Hey. Come here. Come here. Yeah, I saw that. Somebody ended up sleeping under it for a while. I think it was probably Zelda. It looked like there was a white paw sticking out of it at one point. I'm not sure. I don't want to pry her out of her cube. I'll check it when I feed them, though. I think she's a little unsure about coming out because of the carrier this morning, too. They don't forget very quick. Do you, Stella? Hey, you want to come out? You gonna come out? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to pull up the weather app and see when it's gonna come here. But I think they even closed schools early today. I think they closed the school here at like 1, and the sun was out when I came home. It's like, well, they've had more weather days this school year. I mean, they're gonna have to make up. They typically budget for 2, I think, and if you don't use them, there's 2 extra days they can get out of school. And yeah, Clay, I can't really look at it while I'm doing this, or it'll shut my stream down. But yeah, they get 2 days. If you don't use them, you get 2 days out near the end of the year, I think. And I think it's snowed twice, and there's been one other weather situation, if I'm not mistaken. Wilson, you gonna come back out? But we will keep this kind of short tonight because, as I say, working on my truck took longer than I wanted to. I haven't eaten dinner, and I'm really gross. I mean, look at all my fingernails need to be clipped anyway, so don't pay attention to that. But I pretended to be a mechanic today, and I couldn't get all the grime off. I'm gonna have to scrub my hands off. Got it off the best I could, but there's still some there. But I don't think I could be a mechanic for a living. It's probably more enjoyable if you have a lift and all the right tools to do stuff. Crawling under a vehicle is not fun. What are you doing, Hank? I hope so. I did not hear the noise when I drove it a little while ago. Not yet. It was kind of intermittent anyway. It had all the telltale signs of a universal joint. I only replaced the rear one. If I hear it again, I guess I'll have to pull the drive shaft and replace the front one. If that doesn't fix it, then I'm stumped. Hey, Wilson. I'm sorry I tortured you. Well, I don't really know how to fix a car. I just, whenever there's something that I'm pretty sure I've diagnosed, I look on YouTube and see if somebody's done it and made a video on how to do it so I can copy them, which is pretty much what I did today. But a vice clamp and a press would have been very helpful today. Instead, I used a socket and a hammer and just beat the old U-joint out of it. Yeah, well, my truck's not super old, but it's 17 years old now. Old enough. What are you doing up there, Hank? Wilson. Wilson. What's the matter, buddy? Why do you keep going in there? Wilson. Yeah, 72. I'm sure there's, considering it's a Dodge, which is what my truck is, I'm sure it had its share of problems. But 72 is probably a lot easier to work on than this newfangled stuff. Like Melanie's car, she's got a Honda. I don't mess with any of that. And short of a air filter or a cabin filter or something like that, I can handle that. But I don't get any wrenches out and mess with anything. I just take it to a shop to do it. Stop. Leave that alone. Play with that. Wednesday, I'm going to, speaking of tabbies, there's a lady on Facebook who has a cat she's trying to rehome. She said it belonged to her son and daughter-in-law, and I don't know all the details of what happened, but they had a dog, and I don't know if it's a living arrangement thing where they can only have one pet or what, but I was told they decided they would rather keep the dog. Um, I asked if the cat got along with dogs, and she said yeah. So I didn't go any further than that. I didn't want to pry into anybody's business, but we're going to, or I'm going to pick the cat up Wednesday, and it will be a paws cat, and we'll have it up for adoption at PetSmart Wednesday afternoon. I try to keep my eyes open for things like that just because, I don't know, when people say free cat on Facebook, people swarm to it, and I know there's good people that would take it and take care of it, but if I can get it first and we have room at PetSmart. Are you doing this again, Wilson? Well, you did pee a little bit that time, though. That wasn't just a false alarm. But yeah, anytime I see them and there's room at PetSmart, I'll try to get them. Well, she said that she already had three adult cats, and I understand. She said, I have a small house. I've already got three adult cats. I'd have 30 if I could, but my husband says four is too many. And I mean, I get it. Not everybody's crazy like we are, and will have 8 cats in their house, but 8 plus 4. Not everybody's made for it. I totally understand. You gonna go hide some more? Well, she's a cat lover, and apparently her husband is tolerant, but not totally obsessed like I am. Or 13, true. We're one behind you here. But it's especially challenging for us because there's I don't know, there's some weird dynamic where two cats hate each other, or, well, Russell and Tabby haven't been getting along. And Oscar and Mabel don't get along. So it's like a constant challenge to shuffle this cat here and this cat there, or these two can be in the room together, but don't let this one out. And I mean, it's just like a balancing act. Yeah. And it's crazy because you see these cat cafes or like the some of the rescues on YouTube that you can watch, and there's just like 20, 30 cats all in this room, and everybody's cool. No problems. What you doing, Hank? But I digress. Hey, hey, you. What are you doing up there? But since it's getting late because of my inability to mechanic properly, and I need to check on the weather, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap. Sorry for the technical issues earlier. And well, thank you, D Hutch. That was Melanie's effort. She put a lot more time into that than I probably would have because I get frustrated. But now I'm gonna get all laggy. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab something to eat and check the weather out and see if I need to batten down the hatches before we go to bed. So thank you guys, as always. We appreciate it. And I promise we'll get better at this late night thing. We'll do it earlier. I know some of you are in way different time zones and it's not as big of a deal, but we'll we'll work it out. So